The name of the story, The Man from the Coffin, a failure's eternal star turn. The true story of Elmer McCurdy is one of the most bizarre in American history. It's not about a ghost, but about a body that traveled the world, hidden in plain sight for 6 decades. Our story begins in 1911. Elmer McCurdy was a man defined by failure. A hard drinker, a wanderer, and a thoroughly inept outlaw. His biggest score: he once tried to blow open a train safe with too much dynamite and melted the silver coins inside. His final robbery, a desperate heist near Okesa, Oklahoma, yielded him just $46 and 2 jugs of whiskey. 3 days later, lawmen tracked him to a barn and shot him dead. An ignoble end to a man whose greatest talent was bungling a crime. Elmer's body was delivered to the local undertaker, Joseph Johnson. When no family came to claim the body, Johnson saw an opportunity. Using an arsenic-based fluid, a powerful embalming agent now banned, he perfectly preserved the corpse. He propped Elmer up in the funeral parlor and began charging a nickel for a glimpse of the bandit who wouldn't give up. For 5 years, Elmer stood there, his skin slowly tanning and shrinking into a leathery mummy. The line between death and entertainment blurred completely. Then 2 men arrived, claiming to be Elmer's long-lost brothers. They paid the funeral fee and took the body. Of course, they were no relatives at all. They were Carnival promoters. Elmer McCurdy, the failed bandit, began his next life as an immortal sideshow star. For over 60 years, his shriveled corpse was shuffled across America. He was sold, bought, and displayed countless times, billed as everything from the 1,000-year-old man to a dead dope fiend. By the 1960s, his true identity was completely lost. The ultimate horrifying irony is that Elmer, a man desperate for money in life, was a financial success in death. He was coated in wax and garish paint, just another decaying novelty. Elmer's journey ended in 1976 at the Pike Amusement Park in Long Beach, California. He hung in a ride called Laugh in the Dark, dressed as a dummy on a gallows, his body painted with day-glow orange. It was December, and a film crew for the TV show The $6 Million Man was shooting a scene in the Funhouse. A prop master, trying to move the mannequin, grabbed its arm, and the dry, brittle limb snapped clean off. The horror was immediate. Peering out of the break was not sawdust or wood, but genuine human bone and mummified tissue. The crew had been handling a real decades-old corpse, mistaking it for a prop. The police and coroner were called in. The investigation was a bizarre archaeological puzzle. They X-rayed the body and found the 1911 bullet. But the final, most chilling clue was found inside his throat. A 1924 penny and a ticket stub from one of the traveling crime museums, the last receipt of his exploitation. Elmer McCurdy was finally buried in Oklahoma under several feet of concrete to ensure his body would never be stolen again. But the real mystery is not how he died, but how he remained forgotten. The idea that for over 6 decades, countless children, carnival barkers, and museum curators believed they were looking at a fake. Ask yourself, what other dark truths are currently hanging in the periphery of our vision? What other horrors, disguised by time, wax, and laughter, are not props, but silent, unblinking witnesses waiting for an arm to break off? The silent traveler of the American road remains the most terrifying curiosity of all.